the upcoming birthday of mine is personally important for me and also important for all of you who are following me and also for those who are not following me as well. This will be a time of consequence, not just only for the planet Earth, but for the entire galaxy. There's going to be a change. And the change is getting a new body, a new mind, a new intelligence. That's why I look forward to that time frame of February 1st. And now, what is the distinguishing feature or features of February 1st? Two things: enlightenment, Siddhi powers. I can go on and on talking about it, intellectually, historical perspective, what it means in different traditions. That's all waste of time. I will tell you very briefly what is enlightenment. Enlightenment is supreme intelligence, just not a cognitive behavior, but enlightenment of the particles that go to composes everything inside and outside the body. And we are in the age of quantum physics, quantum reality, quantum biology, quantum chemistry. And what that will give us is omniscience, omnipotence, and omniscience. Now, once you have that enlightenment, so what's going to happen? Siddhi powers come next. There is a misunderstanding that Siddhi powers, which are powers to create miracles, is magic, is manipulating Maya, illusion, just for self-aggrandizement or to show off to yourself and to others what you can do. Let me tell you which one is first. Siddhi powers comes, or miracle-making power comes, or the enlightenment comes first. Which is better? Ramalingam said, enlightenment is not the end. See, for instance, the Buddha would say, nirvana, which is getting into a state of no thought, no identity with ego, Maya, karma, nothing. And when you go to that process, beyond everything, where you have the emptiness of nothingness, and nothing else exists except nothingness exists, and you are finished. There is no more, nothing can be done after that. From his perspective and the perspective of others as well, some of them, this is the ideal position. But Ramalingam would say, that is not becoming empty, is not the ultimate goal. What is the ultimate goal? The ultimate goal is to get Siddhi powers, miracle-making powers, that you are not subjected to any laws, any restrictions of anything. You are literally omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. And that characterizes the Siddhi powers of the highest kind. That may be Siddhi powers, lower levels of Siddhi powers, where there is manipulation. Manipulation using your lower intelligence, manipulation using the principles of the five elements, manipulation using the different angels. These are all Siddhi powers. There are different level, categories of Siddhi powers. But the ultimate Siddhi power that Ramalingam is talking about is beyond the level of the Buddha. Talked about emptiness. And there is a Siddhi power, which is unlimited Siddhi power, and he called it Jnana Siddhi. Jnana Siddhi is the supreme intelligence gives you unmanipulated, natural ability to do, to know everything. Okay. And human beings are eligible for that powers, which is the ultimate of human evolution. The human evolution is going to characterize 2023, and particularly I am committing myself to that process beginning of February 1st. And I just want to invite the entire world, the entire scientific community, technology community of AI and or EI, or all to participate in that enlightenment. You can become, just before I came here in front of the camera, Agastya sent me a message. Agastya became a star. He is ever living. He is the epitome of everything, every higher characteristics of life, of consciousness. He is God. And everyone to become God is the ultimate. Not only you have to know God, but you also become God because you are God. And it doesn't matter whether you have an MD, PhD, or whatever D you have, that really is unnecessary. You are already enlightened. It's going to be only a matter of recognition or recognition of who you are. And that is all you need to do. All that you need to do is to know that you have a bank account where you have billions and billions of dollars or trillions of dollars in your account. And you are willing to only recognize a bank account where we have $100. That is the problem. So enlightenment is a matter of recognition or recognition of who you are. And that's what is going to be available to people who have suffered a lot and who have worked towards enlightenment, who have worked towards getting Siddhi powers, And this is going to be the golden age. How many people are going to make? Very few. And I want you to be only in the, very few list. And that is the greatest gift that I am going to give you. And it is a matter of transmitting the untransmittable through words, through initiations, through touch, whatnot. It is beyond all language, it's beyond all transmission, it is beyond everything that can be possibly conceived in human understanding. So I'm very delighted, very extremely delighted, thanks to Agastya, for sending me this message. And very, very few people are going to get that. 0.0001. You can be one. So if I'm not going to be, as you listen to, as you are listening there to what I'm saying, a lot of people say, I'm not there. Oh my God. You are there if you think and commit to it. Okay. If you are committing to that, it is there. If you are not committed, it's not going to be there. It doesn't matter if you commit this moment and decommit or uncommit next moment. That's okay. The following moment, you will commit yourself again. Until you come to a level which is not mind level, it is at the soul level, because the soul in you and the soul of God are one and the same. But only thing is, your soul is polluted by your ego, by Maya, by karma. All these have to go. Okay. So I'm structuring a program where I first will teach you on that day. What I will teach on the day, whatever I'm deciding now, is only in general terms. Because by the time the February 1st comes, I will be in a different frame of mind, not divine mind. At that time, I will deliver you more than what I can deliver you now, so that will become obsolete. That's why people who are working with me are really confused. What is this man saying, dumping so many things on us, and then we cannot even commit to one. Yeah, I understand you. But that is not the model. The model for today is quantum physics, which talks about uncertainty, non-locality. You want to be here at one place in one space, that is dumb. That is not living the full potential of your soul. I want it now. I am already now possessing everything. There is nothing to be accomplished. And that is not mere words coming out of the mind. That is out of a recognition of your own soul. Enlightenment is, I'm not putting down the Buddha. The Buddha had a great goal. He was the only son of the king. The kingdom was his. Men, women, whatever, whomsoever he wanted, he could have. He had. But he looked at human life and saw the suffering due to diseases. This is what Agastya told me this morning. What is the use if you are enlightened and your body is sick? It's no use. You are going to suffer because of your sickness in the body, your diseases in the body. Raman Maharshi suffered from cancer. He used to roar in pain. A doctor who resigned his job and worked for him for free saw him roaring in pain, cancer pain in 1940s, late 1940s. And he talked to the Maharishi. Raman Maharshi, I resigned my job. I am doing voluntary work in the ashram, taking care of you. I now don't seem to have faith in you and your meditations and so forth. You have been meditating for decades since you were a boy. If you cannot conquer cancer, who are we? And what's going to happen to us? Should I leave this path? It's a great question. The question is relevant even today. So the body is going to kill you, give you pain, will age, decay. And the message for you is the message of Ramalingam. No matter who you are, as long you are a victim to this aging body, the sorrowful heart, the disappointment, all this will be gone when the body turns into light. And that is science of a superior nature beyond Einstein, who said energy and matter are not the same. So we become just a light body, energy body. So that is the ultimate teaching. But then we are going to go through the Buddha to achieve emptiness. I'm going to teach some Buddhist techniques. I'm thinking now there are better techniques, then I will incorporate it. So that enlightenment is a matter of transcending your mind to go to your soul consciousness, for which no education is needed. Only one thing is needed, that is demanifestation of mind, ego, maya, karma, memories and all. That I will do through transmission, through instruction first, and then transmission, and then both together. That is one component of what I'm going to do. What the program is and how the people have to come to me, and then they will tell you what it is, how it is structured, and all that. I don't want to talk about, I don't know even, but it will be to people who believe in time and other things. Okay. Now, Siddhi powers. I talked about enlightenment of emptiness. Siddhi powers come as a result of understanding thought becoming matter. And thought is coming from so many sources. Fundamental questions we are quite important, which have unfortunately not been raised. Thought. What do you mean by thought? Is thought a word or wordless thought? If they're a thoughtless word? What is the relationship between a word and a thought? And what is beyond word? What is beyond thought? These are layers of consciousness you will be introduced to come to a level where you see thought and matter are the two sides of the same coin, like energy and matter. Where you will understand MC squared equals E. They are going to, at that level, the idea and the object are the same. The idea is a thought of, say, $100 million. The object is the money in the bank. Are they different? They are not different. Provided you live in that consciousness, then at that point you'll know this is stupid. To have $100 million, what are you going to do? You have still a cancer or something. So what is important? The most important thing is what Jesus said, I am going to give you eternal life. They said, my God. The fisherman said, hey, Jesus, look, Moses gave us bread. Moses gave us fish. We will believe in you if you give us bread and fish. Oh, what did Jesus say? Okay, great. He did. Okay. But what happened? They died. The people took fish, took the bread, and they died. But I am going to give you the bread that will give you eternal life. Who cares? I'm hungry. You won't be hungry. Hunger is a false experience. You can transcend. It will happen gradually. Not necessarily so. It may be even faster. Or it has happened already. Or it happened already. So interesting things are going to happen. Those who resonate with what I am saying to you will make it and be masters, be gods, goddesses, and you are going to be celebrating your evolution. And so there's one thing that's came to my mind. When someone dies, you know what the first experience of that person? The soul is liberated from the body. Now, the medical community, the scientific community are so foolish. They don't want to study the soul, which animates your body, your heart, your brain, your breath, your lungs, everything. No, that is taboo. That's not science. So we won't study what is called the soul or life energy. We will study only stupid things. That's not science, first of all. That is superstition, prejudice, arrogance. Superstition, prejudice, arrogance. That will have to come to an end. That will. what's taking place. Quantum physics is going to say that uncertainty and non-locality are the guiding principles. Instantaneous manifestation, the connection between mind and matter, consciousness and matter, will all be resolved, recognized. That is going to be my preliminary birthday message ahead of time. February 1st event is today. It was also in the past. Okay, I'm very happy. I'm animated. I am animated. I am that I am. I am the violet ray. You should everybody be able to say that. Poverty is negativity. Scarcity is negativity. That is the non-self. The self is that you are God. God created you in His own image. That means what? You are God. You are God when you know everything, that's omniscience. You are God when you are able to do everything, that's omnipotence. And you are God when you are everywhere, like the space. It's not just theory, it is an understanding that needs to go deep into your mind, and then your mind will be brought hand in hand on equal basis with the soul, with God. Then it is foolish to go and kill people in the war, putting nuclear bombs and killing your own self, because you are killing the other people. They are you too. This is all ignorance. And so, enlightenment, Siddhi powers, and I will explain how you can get enlightenment from an ignorant mind, and also how to get Siddhi powers of manifestation, understanding mind and matter, using different modules, different traditions, through instruction and initiation and transmission. Let me stop here, and then I want to bless you to have the commitment, and I will put my energy out to you so that you will no longer be committed to non-commitment. Now, most people are committed to non-commitment, and you should be committed to what? To the moment, to the unlimited life, to bliss. God bless.
What a wonderful session with Dr. Pillai. We thank him for his presence and his animation and his energy and his blessings that we all just received. So I will give you a little tour of the 2-day retreat that we are hosting for Dr. Pillai's epic birthday celebration. So there will be a span of 2 different days, which is very exciting. In the past, we have done birthday retreats in India. Since we're not doing that this year, we want to give you somewhat of an experience for India as well. Let me make sure this is sharing properly. Here we go. Okay, I think I shared that wrong. All right, here we are. So on February 1st, so 2 days, on February 1st is Dr. Pillai's Earth birthday, or his physical birthday, and his spiritual birthday is actually coming up in just a few days in January 24th, 25th. And so there actually are some remedies being performed starting on that day, going all the way through to February 4th. So if you're interested in that, we have links to those. But on February 1st is when we'll begin the teaching session. And this is his energetic day where it's very supportive. What we'll be doing is having an avatar arti, or a puja, offerings to his statue. This is a wonderful way for you to connect with him inwardly. Dr. Pillai has been known to create miracles through his pictures and statues. Someone had the blessing of having the statue drink milk. People have had immense miracles just having a picture of him showing light with a sincere prayer, literally saving lives. So this is a beautiful ceremony that will be led by Sucharita, and she's fabulous at that. You can see the picture here at how grand it becomes. So that's on February 1st. Then what we've done is, since we're not going to be physically in India, we have created this tour, or this astral travel through the power spots of Rameshwaram, which is where Dr. Pillai was born. He was born in this sacred island because it is the most sin removal, karma removal place on earth. And typically when we take India trips there, we go into these wells, we go into the ocean. There's a whole series of things that are done. And in this virtual darshan, or virtual astral travel, we'll be doing that through Mohini's guiding of the session in a meditative state, as well as you visually seeing this journey. So this is a beautiful way to connect and have this karma cleansing happening from afar. So that's February 1st. Then we move on to February 4th. This is a very special time because it is known as Ramalingam's Ascension Day. And if you don't know, Dr. Pillai often talks about how he is the reincarnation of Ramalingam. That was his past life. And Ramalingam turned his body into light, dematerialized his body. That is the ultimate form of enlightenment. And on this day, we will be receiving these teachings that Dr. Pillai just talked about, enlightenment, Siddhi powers. And then next week, we'll talk a little bit about Karpasamy and the divine guidance of divine beings such as Karpasamy and Holy Spirit. So this day is very, very powerful. It's a full moon, Pushya star day, and that is when Ramalingam ascended. So what will happen? We'll have the Siddhi power. This is the timeline, if you'd like to know exactly when everything is happening so that you can attend it. Siddhi powers empowerment will be first. Then we will have the enlightenment initiation. And then after that, there will be an initiation into Karupaswamy. Karupaswamy is this god of justice. We'll talk more about him next week on the webinar, so you can come back for that. Also on this day will be some additional sessions. Dr. Pillai has asked two of his prominent students, Kalkidas or Sunny and Mohini, to teach you how to channel. They have successfully been able to bring these divine beings into their body and have messages come forth. And so this is a very unusual occurrence and experience, and you are invited to participate if this is something you would like to learn how to do. Because before that, you'll be receiving an initiation into Karupaswamy, and then you'll be receiving the instructions on how to do the channeling. In addition to all of these live events and education and experiences, there are rituals or power spot remedies that will be done on your behalf. And as I said, Dr. Pillai typically takes us to India. Last time we were there was in 2020 on his birthday, but since we have not been back to India, we do these rituals that are performed on your behalf in the power spots that he would normally bring people to. Hairamba, Ganesha, Shrimbrzi goddess, Angali, Rameshwaram, all of these amazing beings and locations will be done for you. And so that is part of one of the packages as well. So there's a few different ways that you can participate. The fundamental level has an early bird price right now, saving about $50, and that is the Siddhi Powers Empowerment. And that is, and then also including the Avatar Arti, as well as the Rameshwaram Astral Travel Experience. So all of February 1st, plus the Siddhi Powers Empowerment on February 4th. The next is the premier level, and that includes everything I just mentioned, as well as the other initiations from Dr. Pillai, Karupa Swami initiation, Enlightenment initiation, the learning how to channel. Also, great savings on this one. And then the all-inclusive is all the teachings plus the remedy package, the proxy remedy package that starts on February 1st and goes through February 4th. So there are all of the ways you can participate. Now, if you have any questions, I will take them. I will see what we have in terms of questions. All right, I see some wonderful thank yous and committed to bliss. Lots of love and gratitude going towards Dr. Pillai. That's wonderful. So in terms of the timing, can I get a Babaji statue? We don't have any more Babaji statues. Maybe one day he will have them made again. But until then, we have the blessings of the rituals being performed to the statue itself, the one, especially through Sucharita and other folks who do have them and use them in ceremony. We have a couple of them at the Remedy Center in India where rituals are being performed. So unfortunately, we don't have any. But in terms of timings, so on the sales page, all the timings are there. And we've designed it so that most of the time zones around the world will be able to easily participate, especially since the Swami Ramalingam's Ascension Day is on a Saturday. That gives us a wonderful span of time where most people will be able to attend. So we hope that helps. And if you are not able to attend live, you still can watch the replays. The audios and videos are uploaded right after we end the session. So that's not a problem. And the energy transmission still is there. It's the same. So if you're not able to attend live, don't worry. You can still enroll in any package that is interesting to you and then watch the replay. If you'd like to attend live, it's just wonderful to be in the presence of your community and engage and experience Dr. Pillai in that moment as it's happening. And as you heard him say, he will deliver whatever is coming through him, and it is always the greatest in that moment. So even today, what he said is what he knows and experiences in this moment. And on that day will be a whole different experience. Why? Because first of all, he's always further empowered every single day in his personal evolution. And that day will hold the energy of the Ascension Day, Swami Ramalingam's Ascension Day. So all of the energy of enlightenment, the ultimate form of enlightenment, Siddhi powers, that is all more present because of that power time, because of that full moon, because of the Pushya star day, which is the most spiritual of all of the stars. So we'll be able to tap into the energetic transmission from Dr. Pillai as he is inside the vortex of this very special full moon. So it is a very unique time to be in his presence and to receive that transmission. So if you have any interest in Siddhi powers, in the light body, in enlightenment, this is a very unique opportunity to connect with him. He actually never usually does live events on Swami Ramalingam's day. So this is unique, very different from prior years. And you heard him say how this is such a consequential year and that he is further committing to the transmission that he can give and the teachings that he can give on enlightenment and on Siddhi powers, on helping us all evolve. Thank goodness. Thank goodness he's there to help us all evolve. Do you have to get Premier for the Dr. Pillai live initiation? No. So there's 3 different initiations with Dr. Pillai. One is Siddhi Powers. That is in fundamentals. So you can go purchase that one. And that one is $99 if you do it before the early bird ends, which is January 27th. So if you're interested in any of these, I would highly recommend doing it before the savings expire. So that is one initiation, and that is Siddhi Powers. If you do the Premier, then you have all 3 initiations with Dr. Pillai, plus the channeling, how to channel with Kalkidas, Arsani, and Mohini. Yes, if your birthday is around these times, this is a wonderful way for you to celebrate too. Which programs will have Dr. Pillai live? The 3 programs will have Dr. Pillai live only on February 4th. So February 1st is a way for us to have the Avatar Arti, where we'll be celebrating him, honoring him on his birthday, doing the astral traveling to Rameshwaram to experience that. But those are included in all the packages. They're just like extra complimentary bonuses, essentially. You're not paying extra for either of those. Those are just ways for us to connect with Dr. Pillai. On February 4th is where all of his live sessions will happen. And the first one will be in Siddhi Powers and fundamental level. And then the second will be the additional 2 initiations for Karpaswami as well as Enlightenment. And that's only on February 4th. So Dr. Pillai live, February 4th. And there's basically 3 ways to join. Just the Siddhi Powers initiation, or all 3 initiations, or all 3 initiations and the remedies. And of course, the channeling is part of Premier as well. And question. Can we have a way to get the Siddhi Powers Enlightenment initiation in one package? No, I'm sorry. We had to break them up in some way, and we did make it as affordable as possible in terms of the pricing. If you've noticed, our pricing is lower than it has been in prior years for the reason that we understand people are going through harder times, and we want to make it available to as many people as we can. So we also have to make sure that we just segment things in a way that isn't too confusing. So there's 3 packages. What is the proxy remedy for Siddhi Powers and Enlightenment? There's a variety of proxy remedies. I would have to go look them up, to be perfectly honest, to see exactly what is in it. And I can do that now. So, oh my gosh, these are amazing. Arakara Temple. Yeah, there's remedies at the Arakara Temple. There's remedies at these other temples that we always go to in Kumbakonam in India. There's a Shiva Vishnu temple. Shiva Vishnu fire lab. There are fire labs for Mangalambika. She's this beautiful goddess who empowers the mantras. Babaji statue rituals. Yeah, there's a whole long list. You can actually just click on it and look through it. Rameshwaram temple, Archana. Yeah, these are incredible. Yes, thank you for that question, because these are really fabulous. So he will be live for all 3 programs. Yes, Nancy, he'll be live for all 3 programs. And they're segmented, so you'll take little breaks in between. We have a whole schedule, and we'll basically be together for like 2 hours on February 1st, if you want to join those. And then I think it's 4 hours on February 4th. So it's a wonderful way to spend that energetic time on that really empowered day. Okay. What times are those 3 programs? So that is on the page. And we begin on February 4th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. UTC, 11 p.m. IST. So we're starting at 10 a.m. Pacific on February 4th, which is a Saturday. Then we have the next session at 11:30. So he'll probably do an hour session, and then we'll have a little bit of break. We'll do chanting. We'll switch to Zoom sessions. And then the following session after that will be the hour after, which is 12:30. It should be PM Pacific time on February 4th. Then we will have the channeling with Mohini and Kalkidas. After that, that'll be a little break. It'll be 2 p.m. Pacific. We're also avoiding, I think, some unauspicious timings. And that's when the final session will be. Is the Korpuswami initiation for us? What does that mean if you get initiated? Good question. So Dr. Pillai talks about the importance of an initiation into a particular mantra, and he will talk more about Korpuswami next week on the webinar. So next Sunday, do join for that. He talks about how being initiated into a mantra is a way for it to be more powerful for you, essentially. So he'll initiate us into the Korpuswami mantra, and then Mohini and Kalkidas will talk to us and show us how you can effectively channel or bring Korpuswami into your life in a way where you will receive messages. One of the initiations is on a weekday morning, and I'm not sure I can join. That's not an initiation. So the weekday, which is February 1st, those are not initiations. Those are, one is an Avatar Arti. Sudrita will be doing puja or offerings to Dr. Pillai's statue. And the other is astral traveling through Rameshwaram, which that is pre-recorded because we had done it last year. And so you can certainly watch the replay. So don't worry about those. Those will be available on replay if you can't attend those. Is February 4th included in the Premier Year Long? Sorry if I missed that. No, it is not. It is a separate program. I think I got all the questions. Yes, he'll be live for all 3 programs. Okay. Well, I think I've answered all of your questions. We'll go ahead and conclude. If you have any other, excuse me, getting a little tickle in my throat. If you have any other questions, please write to office@pillaicenter.com. I'll be happy to answer you. We will be hosting some free sessions during the week for Dr. Pillai's spiritual birthday on Pillai Center practice. So stay tuned for that. Put your name on the list to receive reminders, which is below this video. And also be sure to tune in next week at the same time. We'll probably be shifting over to our Pillai Center YouTube channel since that will be back up. And we'll see you next week. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.